Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video I want to be featuring some tournament runs in the local play Pokemon scene. So local tournaments are tournaments held typically by shops. So you can think of your typical store that sells Pokemon cards, and you can search events.pokemon.com. They're only in North America, but you can search the events there. And then, as you can see, you can earn championship points up to 15 per tournament that you play in, up to your top 6. And this will help you towards your world's qualification or just having some fun and practicing in a competitive format. Locals are a really great way to, one, they're typically low cost, either free or like $5 to enter, and usually if there's an entry fee, there is usually a prize associated with it. It's a great way to socialize with other competitors and get to know people in your local scene, and as well, of course, get some very valuable practice for big regionals or intercontinentals or the world championship. Anyways, I have some tournament runs I'm going to be featuring. The first one I'm going to be featuring is from IVPips, who is a Philadelphia trainer. Sent me their tournament run where it is a Swiss style tournament. In this case, they played 3 rounds. This person was able to get first in this tournament and achieving 15 championship points. So let's go ahead and take a look at their first round matchup. They are the trainer at the bottom. They have Dugong, Registeel, Defense Deoxys, Lickitung, Swampert, and Gligar. So it's a lot of the most popular picks. No Medicham, which is by far the most popular Pokemon in the play Pokemon scene. Their opponent has Medicham, Lickitung Core, which is very powerful, Superior, which seems to be the grass, the preferred grass in this particular meta, Lantern, Umbreon, and Gligar. So when I look at this team, a couple, let's see here. So Registeel is decent. It has like three positive matchups in the form of Lickitung, Umbreon, and Superior. A neutral matchup with the Lantern, and depending on the moveset of Medicham, if it doesn't have Pup or Dynamic Punch, then it is favorable for the Registeel in the Zero Shield and not favorable in every other shielding scenario. The Defense Deoxys is okay. Obviously, having that Umbreon there makes it a little bit more challenging. Lickitung is extremely safe versus the opposing team. Swampert is a little bit challenging to use because of the Superior and the Lickitung, and then Gligar is not bad here as well. So some potential play. Let's go ahead and take a look at this first round matchup and see what IVPips uses. As you can see, considering running 3 Pokemon weak to counter right now. Hopefully this video looks like they're probably looking down at their team here. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit here. And they are considering the Defense Deoxys, Lickitung, and Registeel. I think Lickitung is very safe. Obviously, the Umbreon is a little bit problematic. An Umbreon lead would be a little bit challenging to deal with, but not impossible to overcome. And considering Swampert here, this is pretty... gonna consider Dugong. Gonna play this. I'm assuming gonna say switch into Lickitung as soon as possible. Gonna be met by the opposing Lickitung. Kind of need to stay. Maybe throw the Psycho Boost and go into your own Lickitung. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, gonna throw the Psycho Boost and then probably go into their own Lickitung. Yeah, gonna go with their own Lickitung. Does a decent amount of damage. Gonna bait out the Medicham, which is pretty good. But this Lickitung did not throw at the opposing Lickitung. We'll see how this is gonna play out. Lickitung does win the 0 if he does not have Dynamic Punch. If it does have Dynamic Punch, then it will lose the 0. Gonna overfarm a little bit. Gonna throw the Body Slam. We will see if this Medicham will shield. It will end up shielding. This is actually pretty decent now. Now you do let this go. The Psychic will not KO, but a couple counters afterwards will KO it. It looks like 1 counter. You go into your own Medicham. They will likely throw the Ice Punch, and this Medicham will probably make it to 2 Ice Punches before the Defense Deoxys can counter down. And they will make it to another one. This Lickitung is absolutely loaded though in the back. So we're gonna see how this is gonna play out here. Is running the Go Plus Plus in the background, and the Lickitung comes in. Maybe unload both here. We'll see what's gonna happen here. Gonna unload both and then switch out into Dugong. Caught another Pokemon here. Can they catch the Dugong, the Lickitung sleeping here? This Lickitung is absolutely loaded. I expect a bait and then the Power Whip. Oh, going straight for the Power Whip. And gonna shield this again, I presume. Lickitung was absolutely loaded. And we will see what's in the back. It is a Gligar in the back. That is absolutely devastating here. Very unfortunate for the opponent. And then gonna be able to farm down. They can perhaps make it aerial ace, but gonna just farm it down and was able to successfully win that game. Yeah, very, very well played. Very good farming tactics there. So really well done. We will see if the opponent will bring the Umbreon. The Umbreon is quite strong versus this team, so I'm surprised not bringing in. Maybe a little bit fearful of the Registeel, but it's not clear that you can. It's not clear that Registeel is for sure going to come in these games. So we're gonna go ahead and gonna bring in the Gligar. I guess for the Medicham. I'm not 100% sure on the Gligar, but we'll see how IVPips is going to play this. I was told my mic was a little bit quiet in my last video, so I'm just going to turn it up a little bit here. And we're just going to fast forward. We're going to go into the Gligar mirror. This is actually where you want to see it because Gligar is very strong into Registeel. So we're going to see the Aerial Ace. This is neutral damage, and Aerial Ace is still not that strong a move. 5 wing attacks for each Aerial Ace. Each wing attack generates 8 energy, and each Aerial Ace is 40 energy. So it only takes 5 of them. We will see who's going to win CMP. No, the opposing Gligar does not throw. Whoever wins CMP this is pretty important. Okay, they waited a turn. As you can see, there was like a slight stutter by the opponent, which allowed them. We're going to see. Oh, they do end up catching on to Lickitung. This is totally fine. Going to switch into Registeel. And then, they actually were not able to switch in time. And going to go into Registeel. We're going to see what's in the back potentially. Going to farm up. And going to look to take out. This Gligar is at like 1 HP, so it's not going to be able to get off the dig. And I'm assuming they're going to Power Whip. I doubt they make it to 2. Maybe they can make it 2 Body Slams. They do Power Whip, which makes sense. And we will see what's in the back. Is it going to be the Medicham? It is going to be the Medicham. So going to switch it. Going to throw the Zap Cannon, and I assume I'm going to switch. Getting this debuff would be helpful here. Okay, actually going to stay a little bit. This is very difficult for... Oh, no, this Gligar is actually much healthier than I expected. This Aerial Ace, I'm not 100% sure here because the Aerial Ace would do less than the Psychic. Okay, gonna shield. Oh, Defense Fall. That's absolutely brutal there. Very brutal. This is almost certainly game over. Gonna continue to throw it, good timing. We already know this Medicham does not have a fighting charge move, so maybe this Registeel can make it to a move. Okay, gonna land the Psychic, but is this better or worse? I don't know. They don't undercharge. 2, 3. Oh, maybe it can actually win here. Oh my gosh, can actually win here, and was able to take out the Medicham. Absolutely beautiful gameplay. Really well done. And that is going to be it for round number 1. We're going to go ahead and jump into round number 2. And the opponent has Charizard, Medicham, Defense Deoxys, so double counter strategy, Dugong, Registeel, and Lickitung. So immediately I look at this and think that Defense Deoxys is super strong. It's probably going to be the safe switch of choice because there's not really a clear answer to Dugong. It is neutral or positive versus everything on this team. What else do I like here? The Swampert is okay. Obviously really positive against Charizard. Neutral to Medicham and to Defense Deoxys. Positive against Registeel. But the Dugong and Lickitung matchup is pretty challenging. I also think Lickitung is pretty decent here. Just have to be careful of the Registeel. But it's tough to bring Registeel versus this team too because of the Swampert, Gligar, and Defense Deoxys. But let's see how this matchup is going to play out. Oh, okay. Oh, I want to... Didn't go straight into the next battle here. That's odd here. Okay. We're going to go ahead. You can see Defense Deoxys is going to be the lead. It's going to be help control switch here. I'm not sure a combination of Lickitung and Registeel is going to help you control switch, but I'm assuming... Okay, yep. This is what I... Yeah, this is the matchup that... Yeah, I think this is... Lickitung Gligar core is pretty strong. Obviously, the Charizard's going to be pretty tough to deal with. Because it's going to be pretty strong. But let's see what Richa is going to bring. It's going to be... Oh, actually going to bring... Okay, whoa, I thought... Wait, the heck? Okay, I thought they brought a different team. Oh, no, they actually ended up bringing the... Okay, they ended up bringing the Defense Deoxys, Lickitung, and Registeel team. So I expect a Psycho Boost and then bail into their own Lickitung. Okay, gonna go up to the Thunderbolt and then throw the Psycho Boost. Thunderbolt is slightly more, but Psycho Boost is more energy efficient. And gonna immediately swap. And it is met by the Medicham, and we will see if this Medicham has a fighting charge move. Gonna throw absolutely gorgeous timing right in the middle of the counter, which is pretty tough when they switch in. They do throw right away. We will see if they have Dynamic Punch. They have Psychic. And gonna look to throw this Body Slam. This is enough to take out the... They end up shielding. And going to go into Defense Deoxys right away. And they are building up. Going to let this go. They should make it to 2 Ice Punches. Oh, they do not. Going to throw the Psycho Boost on CMP. Or the opponent lagged, one of the two. Oh, okay, the opponent did not throw there. And going to be met by Defense Deoxys. And this is actually pretty decent here. Going to throw it good timing on the Zap Cannon. Registeel wins the 0. Just needs to land a Zap Cannon and a Focus Blast to be able to win this matchup. But we will see. I'm assuming you shield the Thunderbolt and then Focus Blast. Focus Blast is enough to take it out. But can just go straight for the Zap Cannon. It's a safer play, but Focus Blast generally takes out the Defense Deoxys. And we will see what the opponent's going to do. Honestly, I don't think you shield any of the moves here. They need both Body Slams to KO, and the counters plus the Psycho Boost is going to be enough to take it out. And you can just safely shield this because it's a CMP. And this is going to be a GG. Very well played. This tried and true strategy. Take advantage of everyone. Run in Medicham, Defense Deoxys. Really, really strong. Obviously, the double counter strategy was pretty interesting. But Defense Deoxys, this team is very weak to Defense Deoxys. So we're going to see how this is going to play out in this next game. Going to switch up the strategy completely. Going to lead Lickitung and going to have 2 Reggie answers in the back. And this is looking pretty good. If it's the same team, going to go into the Defense Deoxys. Could have went into the... Could have went into the Gligar, but Gligar has a more iffy matchup versus Medicham, especially on a little bit slower switch. Gonna throw the Thunderbolt. Defense Deoxys has a very reliable matchup versus Medicham. It's just bulkier than the very bulky counter user of Medicham. Plus, they both resist counter. Thunderbolt is a stronger move than Ice Punch. Both of them have non-stab, so as you can see here, both moves don't KO here, so going to be able to counter down and leave with a Psycho Boost, which is going to be very valuable. And maybe like 2 counters here. Oh no, it actually does straight up KO, but going to be able to reach the Psycho Boost. That's actually really huge. That's fantastic. And we're going to see what's in the back. Is it going to be the Registeel? Is it going to be the Defense Deoxys? We'll see if the opponent is running the same strategy. And it is the Registeel and called the line absolutely perfectly. And Gligar has an absolutely dominating matchup versus Registeel. It really doesn't matter what I guess if the Registeel had Flash Cannon, then this would be a little bit iffier. But up a shield, this is absolutely game over. The opponent is going to try to call the bait, but not really too much the opponent can do at this stage. Gonna throw another dig. Gonna be able to clearly outpace the Registeel. The opponent decides not to shield. This Body Slam or Power Whip does not care. Power Whip would be pretty close. They're gonna throw the Body Slam. And gonna go for the dig. Was this CMP? It looked like a CMP, which would absolutely be devastating for the opponent. It is a CMP. That is the worst case scenario for the opponent. Gonna let this go. That is absolutely brutal. And we're gonna see about 3 body slams get thrown. Maybe a body slam plus power whip would be. The power probably does about 20%. Okay, maybe the next body slam will KO. The opponent deciding not to throw, realizing it is all over, and that's not the face you want to see when you are losing the game. A Lickitung loaded with energy in the Lickitung mirror and able to win that second round. And we're going to go straight into the third round. And this third round, this opponent actually has, this is Shadow Charizard. I haven't figured out how to do that animation yet. Metacham, Superior, Diggersby. Diggersby is actually very interesting Pokemon into this team. Lantern and Mantime. So what I like here. Kind of a tricky team to deal, to be honest. Like, Defense Deoxys is still pretty strong against this team. The Diggersby is a little bit trickier to deal with because of the ground typing. So you have to defense drop if you want to throw any meaningful charge moves. And Diggersby is very tanky. But it's still pretty strong here. The Diggersby still has a little bit to worry about. The Dugong, the Swampert, and the Gligar all pretty favorable against it. But we will see if it's running Hyper Beam, if it's running Quick Attack, if it's running Mud Shot. There's lots of variations on movesets it could be running. I think the Dugong is also decent here. But again, it's always tricky with when the opponent has a Metacham. So we're going to see what they're going to run. Be facing Shadow Brady. And we are going to see Defense Deoxys into Charizard. Again, a little bit of an awkward matchup here with Charizard versus Defense Deoxys. We're going to see if it's going to bait or if it's going to go for the Blast Burn. It is going straight for the Blast Burn. And they come into Metacham. Gonna Psycho Boost. Very interesting. And then come into Gligar. Yeah, gonna go Gligar. Gonna have to take an Ice Punch. You don't have to take an Ice Punch. And then you count to 5 and then throw the Aerial Ace. Is it gonna be enough to KO? Oh, yeah, for sure. 4, 5. Oh, I guess you could do 6 there, actually. 6 probably would be better. But it looks like there was a little bit of stutter lag. And it is enough to KO, but this Charizard is about to go to town. It's actually the Water Gun Lantern. Okay, this is interesting. Choosing not to get energy on. Oh, they actually. Okay. Well, now you come Defense Deoxys here, right? You shield this. Yeah, Blast Burn. Gonna farm up. Gonna throw the Psycho Boost. And then we'll see if this opponent will decide to shield or not. They decide not to shield. Oh, gonna throw the... I don't like throwing the Psycho Boost here, but this is fine too. And then gonna switch. I think switching right away would have been better. Saving the Psycho Boost because it is 2-stage dropped. We will see if that's gonna cost them. Thunderbolt's more energy efficient than Surf. But let's see how this matchup's gonna play out. Maybe this is fine here. Do you need 2 Surfs here though? Thunderbolt will not KO. Gonna throw the Surf. Gonna go just for the guaranteed damage. Just need to put them into range. The opponent's gonna have to throw anyways. And unless they can Water Gun down, which is not gonna be possible, and they do throw on CMP, which is really nice timing by them. But this Lantern is too low at this stage. And going to be able to reach a Psycho Boost and take out this Lantern. Water Gun Lantern is very interesting. It has a worse matchup versus Dugong. Especially now Dugong would be able to outpace. But still not the best matchup. So this actually kind of valuable information here. And we're going to see how this strategy is going to change up. Going to go a completely different strategy. Going to bring in the dugong this time and going to pick up the lead that they want. Can just go to the aerialist, wait a turn, and then throw, which is exactly what they do. And that doesn't cost them anything because this doesn't KO anyways. And it does make sure that they don't catch. Do you shield? Gonna let it go. Probably gonna do 5 more and do the same strategy. 3, 4. Okay, gonna do just 4. I think I did 1 more safely. This time it does cost them a little bit of health because if they no shielded, then they took the counter damage. Oh, got baited. But now their blast burn is going to be debuffed. It's still going to do a ton of damage though. Can they realistically win here? Gonna take the blast burn, does not KO. And gonna throw the icy wind. This should be enough to take out the Charizard. But are we gonna see the lantern come in and water gun down? We are gonna see the lantern come in and water gun down. And gonna go into the Lickitung. This Medicham has a little bit of energy, but not a ton. It's really gonna be dependent on whether or not this gonna shield the Thunderbolt this time. That's actually really huge. It's gonna be more dependent on catches the move onto the Gligar. Perfect counting. This is only an Ice Punch though, so I guess it really didn't matter too much. And the opponent decides to leave the matchup. I do not recommend that. You should play out till the end. But that's totally fine. It was going to be last matchup anyways, and that matchup was inevitable. But congratulations, IVPips, on winning this local, picking up 15 points towards the very valuable World Invitation as well. If you're in the top 8, I think, for North America, you also get a travel reward. And I think if you're 9 through 16 on the CP leaderboard, then you will get a travel stipend, which I think is like 1,000 USD before tax. So I think they take like 30% withholding tax. Anyways, hopefully this is helpful for some of you trainers that are interested in getting into the competitive scene, especially if you GBL currently and are interested in playing these tournaments. This is a great introduction to the tournament format. And then hopefully we'll see you at some regionals. Maybe we're going to start live streaming some locals. I think it would be a fantastic experience. Give people insights on some of the battles that are happening all over the place. Big battles, important battles. Top tier trainers are not just at regionals and intercontinentals. They're also at these local tournaments. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you'd like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.